You're scared. And you should be.
This is not your company anymore.
Leave the cheek of CM Punk.
Out, combo move. This is what they've been doing. Hey, McAfee.
Everyone shut the up and sit down!
We got a mom in the front row who taught her daughter how to suck dick.
I'm Mina Shirakawa. I used to be a model. I want to put on a big show.
And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome once again to the Saturday Shenanigans, hosted by yours truly, the Renegade J.J. Williams. Hi, guys. Hi, guys. CM Punk drama bullshit to the side. I still consider Heyman the worst AEW champion they've had. First of all, we're going to bring in Walter Cruz.
I said that as a joke when, what's his name, did his promo Monday. He said, I'm from a prestige university. I said he majored in Steiner, man.
We've got the Heeb man, James Hebert, in the house.
I do really cool in dumb things. Mutants.
Right. A lot of shit going on here. A lot of fucking crazy ass shit.
Where is Noah JD? Well, say his name and he appears, because we believe in Noah Foster.
Fuck is this intro? It is one of those things where as fans we do have these desires for what we want to see, but sometimes you can't always get what you want, and there are reasons you truly don't get what you want. I wouldn't even listen to this in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. What the fuck is this shit? God, rapid whack. Like I said, never been a greater time to be a wrestling fan, and with more companies in a more lucrative spot, in a more comfortable business spot, in a sense of mind, it seems, than ever. Again, WWE is not the only one. It is not the end-all, be-all. So let's go back to the Renegade Wrestling JJ Williams to get the official word. JJ, speak!
Make sure you tune in every week, because you never know who's going to drop in to join the shenanigans. Catboy is in the house.
Hello, my internet family. I say if you want to make them as evil as possible, make them really mad.
We have Mansfield joining the party now. What is going on, Josh?
Like I told no one when we were in Cleveland, him joining JCU was just an unfortunate side effect of my shenanigans towards you, JJ. I know how it can get better, Noah. The panel chooses you.
Shut the fuck up, Josh.
He said that so like.
They got some of the intro back.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Just like how you and I had lunch together the other week.
That was different.
Ladies and gentlemen, the King is here. Say his name and he appears. We believe in King A-Train. There are so many believers in Joe Hendry. The only person on this panel that doesn't believe in Joe Hendry is King A-Train. Tell the world why you do not believe in Joe Hendry.
The reason I do not believe Joe Hendry is he is Fandango 2.0 in a entrance merchant. I rest my case, Your Honor.
Hey! There's nothing wrong with being an entrance merchant. He has some of the best entrances of all time.
Teleporting into the command center, all the way from Angel Grove High, Datilla.
Oh, yeah. I went to the command center on Thursday. I went to Vasquez Rocks, which is where they filmed a lot of episodes. Somebody actually climbed to the very top of those rocks. I made it halfway. I was like, I'm not going up there. Definitely Toni Storm versus Mariah May. That's the one match I probably am looking forward to the most. I really like the story. I'm familiar with all about Eve, so if it plays out that way, I kind of know how this is gonna go.
Say goodnight, Datilla.
Good night.
James, you did say his name, so he shall appear, ladies and gentlemen. first time on the Shenanigans. Jeff Meacham is in the motherfucking house.
All right, we're coming in hard with the botch. All right, fucking hell. It's good to be back. It's good to have an opportunity to talk to the crowd on a Saturday. If you want to have yourself stomach through it, you can go back and watch when the Main Event Mafia took over Impact. That's what James is talking about. So if everybody just joined us, we're talking about people sedating people, attempted murder, boys, and tips. Welcome to Saturday Shenanigans, everybody. Aren't you glad I'm back?
Welcome back, Devin.
Cool.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to the weekly insanity that is the Saturday Shenanigans. It is I, your moderator extraordinaire, the Renegade of Wrestling, JJ Williams. Of course, I am not alone. The simple man, Noah Foster, is with us here this evening, as per usual.
Currently scoring predictions, but yes, hello. Good to see y'all once again.
Mr. Reliable, Walter Cruz, is with us as per usual. How are we doing, Walter?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing good, doing good. We also have a surprise panelist here, considering the fact that James is still currently doing the GCW watch-along. Jeff Meacham is in the house for this interview.
What? That could never happen.
Well, I mean, when he found out who we had lined up for this week, he just had to be here, as our guest is a longtime friend and acquaintance of Jeff and I. Ladies and gentlemen, she has been a manager. She is the Podermania ring announcer. She has been an occasional competitor. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, to the lovely Heather Lynn.
Hi, how's everyone doing?
We're doing well. How are you this evening, sweetheart?
I'm not too bad. Little tired. It's a long day. Didn't do much today though, so I was off, so it was pretty good.
Does it feel awkward that someone had to introduce you finally instead of the other way around?
Good starter
It does happen once in a great while, but it happens.
I mean, she was a wrestler before, so I mean, it's not the first time it's happened, but I'm sure it's been quite a while for you.
Usually, yeah. Actually, I haven't come out to the ring without me having the microphone in a long time.
There you go.
Jay and I were there for those. We remember.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Members. Great members.
So we'll just get right into it. The first question we've been asking all of our guests, Heather, is how did you discover professional wrestling? Like, who introduced you to it? When was it? How did you get obsessed and involved in this crazy world that we love and admire so much?
Damn it.
Oh, you're trying to make me date myself here. So
you're still younger than me, okay?
I was going to say.
I have an older brother who's 10 years older. And growing up, he watched wrestling. So when I was one day, sitting with him and he was watching wrestling, and I was like, hold on, what is it? Oh, sorry. Hey, and I was like, oh my God, what is this? And I saw this guy and he was wearing pink and black. And I was like, oh my God, it's the greatest thing ever. And I had a big crush on him too. I was like 4 years old, 5 years old. I don't know. Still love the man. Still my number one though. So I saw Bret Hart and I'd do some wrestling, and then I'd see Bobby Heenan come out and cut promos with his microphone. And I was like, this is fascinating to watch. And from then on, I would just constantly watch it with him. But it was funny is my stepfather hated wrestling and always said it was for morons. So we were technically not allowed to watch it in the house. He would always say, you can't watch it. It's for morons and idiots. So my brother, and this is where I date myself too, my brother and I had a VCR, and we would record wrestling, and then we would put a little piece of black tape over the red dot so you can't see that it was recording. And then when my stepfather would go to sleep, we would play it back and watch it pretty, very quiet. So that was and from then on, so I was like 3 or 4 when I started watching it, and just, I've always loved it, and I've always watched it since then. It's just never been away from my life for very long.
Right on. So Bret Hart and Bobby Heenan, that definitely explains the managerial side of you.
Yeah.
Well, that and Sherry and Liz too. Because like watching them, and I was like, I can do that. Like that looks like something I want to do. I can get people to, respond to what I do ringside and in the ring. and get them to react the way I want them to. So you basically can control how they react by, what you do. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Okay. Do you remember what Bret Hart match it was?
Oh God, no. It was just something that was on TV, probably a Saturday or something. Stop.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Probably
I'm,
Mr. Perfect.
I'm babysitting. Sorry.
You're all good, but again, it is one of those things of professional wrestling. There is that spectacle of shock, awe, inspiring nature or action that all inspires you, whether it was the presence of Miss Elizabeth, whether it was the command of Bobby Heenan and how he justified control in his stance as a manager, or whether it was the technical execution that was Bret the Hitman Hart, what he did in the ring with human body manipulation. There are so many facets and elements in wrestling that I love the fact that it was both an in-ring and out-ring element that captivated you kind of at the same time. And of course, you have been in foundations now on both sides, from telling people off on the mic to now bringing people in on the mic.
Yeah. I've got to experience pretty much everything I wanted to in the ring. And I still, like, to this day, enjoy doing it because I can still go out there and feel the rush every time we go through the curtain. And it still gives me kind of like that happy place feeling that when I'm in the ring, I'm kind of where I want to be.
Amen to that, sister. I feel the same way virtually on this headset. The microphone has always been the elemental piece that has spoken out to me in wrestling, as I love when that voice captivates you as far as what are you watching. Good old JR, who will always be my voice of pro wrestling, he was the very first voice that connected me, and he's done every facet possible. When I discovered Jeff and JJ as two friends in wrestling, when they spoke to me about the art of pure wrestling, and I heard good old JR calling matches for like Ric Flair and Rick Dragon Steamboat, it just further captivated to why I love doing this. I literally just wear suits for a living. I am a simple man. All I watch is wrestling. It's defined my facet of life since 1992.
Yeah, I get it. It's just, there's been times where I was just like, yeah, I didn't watch it for maybe a couple months at a time just because I was like not loving what was going on, or I was just dealing with other stuff. But I always circle back to it, and it always ends up pulling me right back in, no matter how hard I've tried to walk away.
The ball and chain that your chance can't break.
It's got a habit of doing that. I walked away from professional wrestling for about 7 years.
Yeah.
Shortly after Brian won the title at Mania 30, and then I came back like mid-pandemic era, mid-Thunderdome era. So I totally get, getting fed up, walking away, not liking what you see.
Yeah, there was times, I think after the Attitude Era, I was kind of disillusioned with a lot of what I saw, and just kind of was like, it's all right. Kind of have it on for background noise, but I didn't pay much attention to it. And then, as time goes on, and then, I'm grateful and lucky enough to have friends who are also in the business and on, TV. So a lot of the times I would watch just for them. But then eventually I just end up watching the whole thing, basically.
Man.
That's something I wanted to ask you about. Jeff, you look like you're about to ask something. So go ahead and ask what you were going to ask.
Well, I was going to say, Bobby Heenan, you mentioned, discovering him with Bobby
I can't hear Jeff at all.
Oh, I don't know why. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear him.
Okay.
Oh, I don't hear him. I hear all of you guys.
Oh, well,
that's crazy.
That figures. Okay, let me go out and come back in.
I can't read lips that well, but
well,
They're singing. We'll figure it out. So, of course, you're the ring announcer for Podermania. When did you decide to go from inside the ring to outside the ring on the mic?
I started ring announcing around 2014, I'd say. Because I moved from when I left Las Vegas and the West Coast there, and I moved to Florida. I was trying to find places that I could work, and I found a couple places, and then I went to a Ring Warriors taping once, and I guess their ring announcer had gotten sick, and I had one of the guys come up to me, I think, and Pierce was there. That's partially why I stopped in to say hi to people. And the guy comes up to me and says, "Hey, do you know how to ring announce?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, can do it. It's not a problem. I talk on the mic all the time." He's like, "All right, well, we're gonna put you on the ring announcing side here. We just need you to fill in." And I always have my gear with me. Always, it's a habit. If I'm at a show, it doesn't matter what it's for. I have a gear bag in the car just in case. You never know. And that's what ended up happening. So I did a couple shows for Ring Warriors, and then I ended up meeting people at like FIP and Evolve for WWN. and then started with the ring announcing there, and then just took off. And I was actually doing quite a few shows as a ring announcer. And I ended up, because I love managing. Managing is probably my favorite thing in the world. But the ring announcing is pretty close to it as well, because I like the fact that I'm out there the whole show. So it's not like 1 or 2 matches. I come out and I work and then I go back. It's like I'm actually out there the entire show, and I get to do everything and sit ringside and kind of keep an eye on stuff. So it's really cool.
Right on. Constant commanding presence of the show.
I
All right,
try.
Jeff,
Yeah.
go ahead and try to speak now, Jeff. See if she can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
No, still nothing. I don't know. Like, I don't think it's my settings, because I can hear all of you
That's crazy
guys.
that she can hear everybody except Jeff.
It just figures. It just figures that this,
Yeah. Maybe it's because is he low? Maybe.
No, because
I hear him clearly. So
all right,
yeah,
try
and I
it.
hear JJ. I hear everybody. So that's weird.
I hear him too. It's not selective hearing. Trust Jeff.
Jeff, I love you. I'm not doing this on purpose.
Before everyone came in, everything was good.
Yeah, hold on here.
Conversation.
We're
Hold
live,
on.
pal.
Give me 2 seconds. Quiet. Let me hear. See if maybe it's just his volume for me. Jeff, talk.
Okay, well, because we were talking before the show.
Yeah, no, I still can't hear anything, and I just turned up the volume on mine.
Weird.
Oh, is it
Okay.
because you're getting older?
God damn! Okay. Wow.
I thought I was the joke guy.
I was told it was his birthday. You know.
There's a reason, folks.
It will
Once
be at
he's on the
midnight.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't understand why I can't hear you.
Weird. It's the Verizon commercial all over again.
Right.
Can you hear me now?
Maybe if he tells you guys can repeat to me what he says.
I figure that's exactly what he's doing here. So
Okay.
yeah, it's all good.
Well, I'm gonna try to log in on my
We'll
phone. I'm
translate.
gonna talk to her directly. But you mentioned Bobby Heenan as an inspiration. Before I got cut off the first time, I was going to
Fascinating
say
watching his
Bobby said in his Hall of Fame speech that once you're in this business, even as a fan, once it hooks you, you're hooked for life. So that's kind of how I related her story when she said what she said about watching Bobby, watching Brett, and then she's been hooked even off and on ever since.
He said
Okay.
that, you mentioned Bobby Heenan, and Bobby mentioned in his Hall of Fame speech that this business is one of those that once you get hooked, you're hooked for life. So he found it kind of ironic that you mentioned Bobby as an early inspiration, and something that really hooked you in your early viewings of professional wrestling. And maybe that explains part of why you're so hooked into the business.
It is the longest relationship I've ever had, I'll tell you that. It's probably the most toxic one sometimes. But I stick with it. So it's definitely the business, it's like I sit there and I try to sit, like when I had my daughter, I took a little bit of time off. And then I got back into it when she was like 2. And then when I moved here to Florida, and I worked until about 2016, and then I just was not liking what I was doing where I was at, the politics backstage and everything, and walked away. And I was like, oh, I don't want to do this. And I kind of did like 1 or 2 one-off shows. And it wasn't until last year where I was like, I could do some shows. I'm going to be in Vegas for Mania Week if anyone needs anything just for fun. And then all of a sudden it was like, I was reached out to by Ed from Poder, and he was like, do you want to do the show? And I was like, yeah, of course. And it actually led to me doing another show as well. So it was a lot of fun. And then I was like, well, wasn't planning. We were going to go to Mania because I think it was supposed to be in Louisiana, New Orleans.
Yeah, it's supposed to be in New Orleans this year.
We were going to go anyway because it's like kind of a girls' trip for us anyway. And I was like, well, we'll go again to Mania. And then they moved it to Vegas, and I was like, well, even better, because then I get to go basically home and see everybody. And, what I love about it more is that I get everybody, all of my friends and people that I care about all in one place at one time. It makes it a lot easier to kind of see everybody around. But yeah, so I was like, oh, yeah, that is true. I'm getting a lot of those just from jumping place to place. But yeah, I was like super excited. And then I was like, well, do it again. So I had reached out and was like, of course you're on the show. And then I have another show on that Friday. And then some other stuff coming up that I haven't quite gotten the details of yet to be announced.
Right on. Jeff, try to see if she can hear you now.
Take 3.
Nothing.
Motherfucker, dude.
Jeff, I swear, I think you're doing like miming.
This sucks. I don't understand. What the shit?
I got nothing.
Okay. So the three guys, you can hear me, right?
Yes.
Yes.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, I don't know why I can't hear you. Is it
Have her reboot her phone and please get to clear up. I mean, it's the only thing I can think
like
of.
both my things are working just fine.
Yeah. We're hearing her fine.
That's so weird, dude.
I know. Did you break it?
I probably did.
Well, as Tony Zabani says, we're live, pound. He's been involved in the business for 50 years. You've been involved, of course, now for what? I believe the better part of 20 years?
Why do you make me date myself? No, it's been almost 27 years. 99. Started in 99.
I'm just going with the tenure of your spot in the business, so kudos to you. I'm not dating anything. Speaking of dates and relationships, I've never had one. My relationship belongs to wrestling, and my mentality is enjoy the business for what you enjoy about it.
I started in 99, but 99 2000, so at APW. So that was a lot of fun.
Nice.
Learned a lot, and learned it very quickly.
Well, you're learning every day, right?
Every day something changes. I watch stuff. I keep up on wrestling for the most part. Not as much. Like I actually enjoy TNA quite a bit right now. Yeah, you don't want to get me started on WWE because I'm not very happy with them right now. Great on the girls tonight. Great on the girls. I'm glad AJ won. It's good to see her win the title, and I'm glad Rhea won because I love Rhea. But yeah, we're not going to get into the stupid elimination chamber men's match.
You can do that with us in Shenanigans if you ever want to, but just before I give it back to these guys, I completely agree with you.
Yeah, some bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
Pardon my language.
Yeah. Speaking of can you hear me now? No, nothing. Okay.
Can you hear him now?
You can curse all you want. Can you hear him?
Nope. Somebody's translating.
All right, I got a question. You're gonna think I'm a nerd for this because I'm in the radio.
He even dipped the pods, I think.
I'm a nerd. It's okay.
Because I'm in the radio and stuff. Do you have a preference for microphones? Because there's dynamic microphones, there's beta microphones, there's lip-driven mics. See, I told you I was a nerd. There's durable wireless systems. There's different kind of. Is there a preference or whatever the company has?
No, it's whatever they give me at the company I'm working at. They don't really have it's a lot of indie companies. You don't really have a say at what kind of microphone I use. They just give it to me and we're like, is it charged? All right, it's working. And then sometimes the last time I did the show, I turned it on and I'm like, this one's not charged. Let's get another one. So thankfully they have a backup.
That's the nerdiest question I've ever asked.
I applaud you for that, though, because I got to do it AV all the time at my job, and I can't stand if I have to work with a wireless mic or a lavalier. One's charged and one's not. I'm not getting into a tech talk here.
Yeah, like just make sure it's charged and the damn thing works. That's all I care about because I've had it too many times where it doesn't.
Yeah. Thanks for live, pal.
My preference is whatever works.
I hear you.
It's fun to watch Jeff doing his little movements and
you have no idea though, Heather. He was so looking forward to this. He hasn't been on an episode of Shenanigans.
That's why I don't know what's wrong.
I got nothing. It's one thing for have one participant that muted due to the moderator. It's another thing for one participant to have audio issues and the rest doesn't, all live at the same time.
That's so strange.
It's crazy because, like I said, me and Jeff were chatting with her and she heard him fine.
Yeah, we were fine.
We went live. And then we went live and all of a sudden now she can't hear him. It's just the craziest thing.
Maybe if he reboots
you
it.
Definitely were talking.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either. But the conversation continues. Talking about the relationship of the business, toxicity, and of course, I talk about protect your mentality. Mental health is always a huge thing for me. And in this business, whether you're a fan, worker, in-ring, out-ring, Lord knows you're freaking needed all the time. What do you do outside the show to decompress or during those downtimes? Because you being the mic presence, you command, of course, the audience, the atmosphere. You keep the flow going. You keep people in tune. What are things like during that idle time?
Usually not that bad. If I got quiet time, I'll talk to the fans, try to get them hyped up for what's coming up, promote sponsors or merchandise and things like that. I'm used to the pressure. I'm a bartender, my normal life. And sometimes I'm by myself and I get completely murdered behind my bar. And it's like one of those nights where I have to go in my car and I turn the music off and drive home in silence. So a lot of the times with announcing, it's kind of like that, where I just kind of, beforehand, just get into the mindset, make sure everything's proper. And then at the end, it's like, okay, I don't really need to listen to music or anything. So I just kind of enjoy what happened. But between matches and things, it's just always try to keep the crowd into it because you don't want to lose them. And losing the crowd's very easy.
Hello, friend Heather. Can you hear me now? What the fuck?
Especially in this day and age with the attention span people have.
Are y'all ribbing me for real? Like, if you're ribbing me, I'm gonna be upset.
Absolutely not, Jeff. Absolutely not. I feel your pain as someone that works in IT and don't have the answer for you when everything else is fine live.
If she was ribbing you, we would all have to be in on it, and we're not in on
it. Then I wouldn't do that. That would be like that's beyond even my capabilities of being an ass.
That'd be funny though. Rib him and then be like, "Happy birthday."
No, that would be horrible. I would not. God. Like, I'm mean. I'm not that mean.
Hey.
I'm not mean to the people who've been there for a while.
I was gonna say, you can tell her.
I just feel bad because I'm like, I'm looking forward to it. Do you have like a little whiteboard?
Right?
Yeah.
Turn him into Silent Guy Deadly.
I was just I was trying to say whether
so I was the other day. So speaking about like the audience and the attention spans and stuff, I was in Arizona this past weekend, and I had I was in the hotel room at the end of the evening when I got into town, and I was like, put on some comfort stuff to watch while I'm relaxing, and I put on WrestleMania 10 because I really wanted to watch the Bret Owen match again, and so I put on WrestleMania 10, and then I was hearing the promos, and then I was like, wow, this is what it was like before Stone Cold did the what thing, and it's nice to hear promos without what every 5 seconds.
Oh,
so yeah, so that was so nice, like listening to these promos and not hearing any of that during the slight breaks between words, and I was like, oh, this is great. I enjoyed it.
It's not what, it's yeet or yeah. It's almost like you don't get the essence of a promo anymore, or someone can't try to become a promo talker anymore because the audience takes over with a single word interlude.
And that's the thing, the audience does try to get themselves over quite a bit, and it does get very obnoxious. Sometimes I get it. I love the fans. I appreciate that they're watching it and they put their heart into it, but sometimes they chant things just to kind of get themselves noticed, and it can detract from matches and promos. And it can be annoying because I'm like trying to listen to this, really great promo, and these like where they cut these, emotional promos and try to get, people to pay attention, but then you have, stupid chants or what or yeet and all that stuff, and you're like, oh my god, just let me hear the promo, please.
Yeah, I used to really love like the Royal Rumble, for instance, how like everybody would cut that little promo right before they came out and stuff like that. Those are the good days.
Oh yeah, that was a while ago. Those were fun. And you're like, yeah, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna take it out, yeah, and then they just walk in the curtains.
I also appreciated, like, I know it's taboo and everything to say his name, but Vince McMahon's like little intros, like it's SummerSlam, like those kind of things. Those are like the best things about wrestling back in the day.
Oh, I love my old school wrestling, and so I watch it, and it's something that I just appreciate and go back and I'll throw on an old SummerSlam, Mania, whatever, something that usually 80s, sometimes 90s. Even recently, I mean, like 2000s, sometimes I'll throw on something older that I can watch and be like, oh man, look at this. Like, let me watch this match. This match I haven't seen in forever.
Yeah.
It's just, it's like, for me, it's like my comfort zones to kind of just watch stuff like that. So it's exciting. Yeah. So like on a Friday night in Arizona, I get in and I'm like, oh, what's a girl like me to do? Yeah, we're going to watch wrestling. It's kind of,
I love that.
That's kind of my life right there.
I love that. I mean, sometimes my comfort when I'm not calling something here, I'm watching old school New Japan, ROH, or TNA, because a lot of today's stuff, I'm just like, I mean, literally, I watch like maybe one live show a week, and it's Wednesday nights, honestly, when I watch live wrestling more often than not. But I love the fact
I try to watch AEW. I don't watch a lot of AEW.
I don't watch a lot of anything anymore because work and sleep have taken over my life. Again, protect your mentality. And again, hashtag mental health for life. My cleansing is literally old school stuff. So I love the fact that you use wrestling as a love, but also as a peace and comfort, even outside when you're working there. That's brilliant.
It's my exciting life there. I just watch wrestling. I watch wrestling. I have a couple TV shows I watch, and I spend a lot of time with my animals and my daughter. That's about it.
Aw.
It's my exciting life.
Sounds like the good life. Considering Jeff is having technical difficulties and you can't hear him, he's posting questions that he wants relayed in the chat room. So he says, since we're going back to 1994,
Oh, I see.
Punk
I can read
mentioned-
that. Yeah.
Punk mentioned being at the United Center for SummerSlam. Have you had the chance to work in the Chicago area? And if so, with whom and when?
I did with the Indies. Actually, and Punk was on a show. I worked for LWF, Lunatic Wrestling Federation, back in the day when I was managing. And I was good friends with, I was still good friends with Ice Vic Capri. I can't speak today. Ice Pick Vic Capri is still one of my closest friends. And so I ended up going out to Chicago and working some shows out there for LWF. I remember like Danny Doring was on the show. Punk was on the shows when he had like the long blondish hair and stuff like that. And he was actually really cool. I mean, it was really nice when I had talked to him. So I did work with a couple of people like that in Chicago, but that was basically it for just a couple of indies out there.
Okay. And then our contributor, Ash, wants to know, she says, what chants are so annoying? What's the most annoying thing you've had to deal with as an announcer in terms of crowd participation?
Well, the chant. Well, when I was manager, I got the "you fucked up." No, I got the "you fucked up" chant as an announcer. That was my fault. I called Drew Galloway, Drew McIntyre, and Evolve, and yeah, no, it was great. It was great. That was my one time I got a "you fucked up" chant up, but I was actually really happy that I got a "you fucked up" chant because I never had one before.
There you go. First time.
But just the crowd. Usually, it's not annoying. I get a lot of the this contest was scheduled for one fall, and then you get a lot of the one fall, and it's like, oh, okay. It's not really annoying, but it's like very commonplace. It used to be once in a while. Now it's pretty much every single show I've done. They do that. So more with the managing side, I would get the "she's a crack whore" chant, and I mean, which was fine because they're responding to what you give them. So
yeah,
the more they hated me, the better. So usually because most of the time I was a heel.
I was going to say, you have to remember that was a typical heel chant for a heel or a heel manager back in the day.
That's fair.
Especially if it was an attractive female, they'd get the "she's a crack whore" chant.
Yeah, it was always fun getting that one. And there's a lot of, but as far as like announcing, other than the one fall chant, usually don't deal with any of the companies I've worked for. Everybody's usually pretty decent. They behave. They don't. I like to let them know.
Do you have to purposely throw a pause in there now because you just know something stupid is coming, like a what or something, so you kind of give it the beat for them to do it because you know they're going to do it anyways?
Basically. Especially with the one fall thing. Now it's like, it used to be like matches scheduled for one fall. Introducing, now it's like one fall. Okay, now introducing first. Yeah. So.
Yeah. One
Jeff
thing
says the most annoying thing that she had to deal with outside of announcing couldn't make air in the LA area and is probably on Dave Marquez's cutting room studio floors.
Probably true. I did have Percy call me, I think, he called me a hussy. He called me that little hussy, I think is what he said. And if she keeps, because I forgot who it was. I don't think it was Adam. Somebody was wrestling LA, Sean. And I kept interfering and smacking Sean, and he's like, if she does it again, I'm going to go after that little hussy. And it was great. And then he ended up chasing me around the ring after that with his cane. And I wish I could find it. I've been trying to find that for years on online, and I cannot find the video of that anywhere. But I forgot what he called me, but I think he called me a hussy or something. But it was great. I was just like laughing because I was like, yes, I got called a hussy by Paul Bearer.
Percy is dearly missed.
I do miss him.
Is there anything like small change that you missed that like announcing style that you changed? Like, for instance, I told you I was a nerd, but one small thing, like when people win titles back in the day, You know, they always said, and once again, they used to say that. And I missed it, like, because it's always and new, but it's like I missed the once again. I don't know why. It's just a little pet peeve of mine and it's small. So is there, like, any kind of nuances that you had to change that you were like, yo, why did they change this in announcing? Like, it's just a modern era.
I kind of do a little growl in my voice, I think a little bit more
noticed
so than
that.
usual. I do a little bit of growl, and I have tried to make my voice a little bit deeper, but I think that's just me because I hate the sound of my voice sometimes. So I have tried to be a little bit more of like a deeper tone than I'm used to doing when I do the announcing. But I think with the onset of the past few years with like Samantha and everything, that you kind of have to be a little more energetic. It didn't used to be like that. It used to be, you know, you'd be somebody, unless you're like Bruce Buffer, you would be kind of, you know, you don't want to draw all the attention to yourself as an announcer. So you would just kind of do your standard announcing. And I think with her showing the emotion like she did, which by the way, I think was great, you know, and I don't think it detracted from anything at all. You kind of, I think nowadays have to be a little bit more energetic and, you know, and like just show a little bit more emotion when you're announcing versus, you know, several years ago before everything.
Kind of like giving a presence to the name that you're bringing forward to the ring or the circumstance of the individual, whether they're face, heel, champion, or underdog trying to be the big winner. You give that sort of a level of importance to whoever comes through that curtain.
Exactly. And especially, and then you kind of rate the level of importance as far as, you know, if it's a championship match or if it's like a hardcore match or something like that. And you kind of want to, you know, making sure that the emphasis is on the type of match that it is so that people understand the gravity of it.
When it came to ring announcing, when you got into that, of course, you know, there's so much tape on like wrestling and practices. Did you look at any like practices or wrestling announcers of the past, like Leon Garcia, Howard Finkel, Bobby Cruz, Jeremy Borash, anybody like push you or like kind of like shape your announcing?
A lot of Finkel and a lot of Lillian, especially. Lillian is, she's like the GOAT, you know, she's amazing. And I love the fact that she, you know, she was a woman and she was able to make it and still does it in this business as far as she does. So it's nice because sometimes, you know, you see a lot of the male announcers and everything and it's, you know, it's good, but like, it's nice to have a little bit of a female voice. I think Alicia's pretty good as well. But I think honestly, hearing Lillian is still my favorite and I'm still glad that she's doing it now.
Same. I hold Lillian as the modern day female ring announcer of the business. There's just a certain energy to her that feels, you would think is common everybody, but based on who she's introducing, you could sense there's a slight different presence in who she's introducing. And I think that's all you need to do to set up the actual story to be told with the match that's ahead.
And I did watch Justin too. Justin
Roberts.
Justin's really good. So watching him, you know, was I like because he was a little bit different when he first started. So I like the fact that, you know, the inflections in his voice and everything like that would be pretty good.
Especially when he ever introduced the Gian to the ring.
Yes, that was always a good one.
You mentioned earlier about watching WWE these days, or just wrestling in general these days, to see some of your friends on TV. Do you ever take a step back and like, because I know me and Jeff do this from time to time, but we were never like in the business in the way that you were. But do you ever just take a step back and like, man, I used to work with them on the indies, you know, seeing Adam on Raw, be like, man, I used to manage that guy. It's so cool to see my friends having this come up, this glow up, as the kids these days call it, you know?
Oh, I think it's amazing seeing, you know, some of these people that I've been close with for many years, seeing like LA, you know,
yeah,
from the years that I was there when we weren't making very much money on the shows, and driving, you know, hours to work a show for barely any money. And he's grown, like the fact he's known my daughter since she was 4 or 5 years old. And she still calls him her uncle, you know, because like thankfully he lives out here, so I do get to see him once in a while. But it's just crazy when I walk into like a store and you see a stand-up of him with the Slim Jims, and it's kind of like, oh my God, Sean, really? you know. But it's so surreal, like doing that, because that's what I just like. I'm like, you'd never expect somebody that you're just hanging out with and just cool with, and that you're friends with, and then you see them on like these billboards and trucks driving by, and cardboard cutouts in stores and on pictures like that. So that was really surreal to check that out, but then to know that he's still the same person that he's always been, and it has not gone to his head at all, and that he is absolutely an incredible person still. And same with Adam. Like Adam, when he first started, I was like, okay, he's on just training basically at NXT. Then they pulled him up to that position, and he just rocked it. And he did so good. I think he does so good as the GM, and I love watching him on there because like he gets his little anger issues, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I remember those.
Dude looks like he's about to have a heart attack.
And in and out of the ring, I remember those anger issues. So to see him be able to use that and put that into his character is actually really cool to watch, because a lot of the times it's like, oh really, he's not really acting on that one. But I love that, guys like that, and even some of the girls too. Candace, I was there for some of Candace's first matches, and like Bailey when she first started and she was on the West Coast. And sometimes I get a little, I'm gonna make myself sound like a sap here, and I'm not, but I get a little emotional, especially watching women's stuff, because when the women's Evolution pay-per-views or the women's Rumble, occasionally I do get a little emotional watching them, because when I first started back in 99, 2000, the women were eye candy only. Basically, we were known as the valets, the managers, and we were out there to be pretty and stuff like that. But we didn't have quite the opportunities that the girls had afterwards, where they were able to make this whole revolution with women's wrestling, and where they're now getting their own pay-per-views and getting to main event WrestleMania and the covers of magazines and things like that, and winning awards and stuff. And so I sometimes will watch and be like, man, I wish I would have had those opportunities when I first started, because I think I could have done a lot more than I have done if I did. But I still get so proud watching these girls do this. And chills watching it. I love watching Candace when she goes out to the Rumble or things like that. And it's still like, oh man, I love that girl.
Yeah, Davina Rose, trailblazer, locker room leader, an inspiring young individual. Her Lodestone seminar that has been such an embracing encouragement for so many bright, young, up-and-coming wrestlers. It really is a beautiful thing to see how long you follow somebody on this journey, especially with being in the business with them alongside part of it, and seeing what they've done with themselves and with the business as well. It's also incredible to see how much women in wrestling, not just women's wrestling, but women in wrestling in all fronts have flourished and developed. I'm just waiting for a full-time female commentator now on one of the big three. Veda Scott, I know she's
that would be nice, because I work with Val over at Podermania, and she's wonderful, Val Capone, and it would be nice to have a full-time female commentator. I would try, but I lose track of some of the moves, and names escape my memory at times when I'm trying to do it. So don't think I'd be able to keep up with all of that. But some of the girls they have out now, and this does lead into doing the Podermania show and stuff like that, is the girls that are on that show are incredible. Like the talent that Ed brings in is phenomenal, and I'm really proud to work that show with them.
Right on.
Our other host, who just got done with the GCW thing, says it's a really amazing thing to see. Women always deserved better, and that evolution for women has come a long way industry-wide. Now you all can kick ass and look pretty doing it.
Yeah,
Jeff,
I agree.
Jeff posted a comment earlier, kind of wordy. It's Jeff, so it got split into two comments. Love you, Jeff, but you know it's true. He says, we talked about Punk in Chicago a bit ago. As a performer, and me and Jeff in the audience, you got to be part of something special with Pierce and Cabana, two major names from Chicago, 7 levels of hate over the NWA title. Can you share some of your memories from that?
Oh my God, that whole 7 levels of hate was insane, and the matches leading up to it too. And that's actually what kind of brought me into championship because I was driving out there and then they were like, oh, we're going to put you on the show. And I was like, okay. And they're like, you're going to be Adam's gift from Stu for winning the championship. And I was like, all right. Okay. And then I was driving there and I was like, really? I don't have anything like nice to wear because like I had like basic gear, but nothing like cool. So stopped at an adult store on the drive up to California and just tried to find some dresses and stuff that were like decent to wear. And I did find a couple. So there's the first, I think it's on, I was watching it on YouTube not long ago, actually, the first match that it was Adam versus Cabana and that I was in. I'm wearing like a dress and thankfully it was an appropriate dress. It was, you know, but it was from an adult store because that's all I could really find at that time of morning driving up to championship. And I think, if I don't remember, were they on Sundays? And so that's why I couldn't find much open, especially in the morning, because I had to leave early in the morning to drive over there because the call time was pretty early since it was an all day thing. And so I came out there and was like, cool. And then when I came out was given to Adam as his present, he put a bow on, they put a bow on my wrist and it's like a pink bow. And I still, not on my current carry-on, but my old carry-on that I still have in my closet, I have the bow on the on my carry-on, and I for years the carry-on every time I go with me I have the pink bow still wrapped around it, along with the spider belt that I used at the Royal Rumble in 2015 when I was one of the Rosebuds.
That is adorable.
Those things stay on there, and those are in my closet on my old suitcase. I have like little memories and things like that I keep there.
I mean, they're eternal keepsakes, so of course you would hold on to those.
Yeah, they're special to me. They remind me of like times in my life that I got to places where I never knew I would get to. So it was kind of cool.
James is tripping out in the chat room about how much history me, you, and Jeff have. He didn't realize that. Perfect opportunity. Here's the picture.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God. Oh, I was so young. Look at me.
And look at Adam Pierce in the back giving the bird, freaking bombing the shit.
That seems like a normal thing. If he could do that nowadays, he would.
Oh, I'll tell you what.
He probably does, just doesn't put it on camera.
That's fair.
Valid.
Yeah,
valid.
He does.
Oh, I love
I've
that.
seen some of his stuff on. I've seen some of his stuff on Facebook and Twitter.
I could see him waking up being like, "Where's my coffee?"
And he's the one that always posts, love someone today.
Right.
Oh yeah, and then
Don't
you look
be a
at some of his
dick.
other stuff.
Love
It's like
somebody.
he's balancing it out.
And practice what you preach, but also realize I'm an a-hole.
Well, no.
I love him. I wouldn't take him any other way.
The don't be a dick part. I
told him
argue that he's
when I told him I'll get the pictures, I'll see him in Vegas. So be excited
Hold on
for
a
that.
second. Jeff is trying to say something. Go ahead, Jeff.
I was going to say, I took the don't be a dick thing from Adam. He used to say don't be an asshole at the end of that phrase, but I changed don't be a dick because it's okay to be an asshole. Just don't be a dick.
Okay. Apparently, he changed it to don't be a dick because it used to be don't be an asshole, but it's okay to be an asshole. So
just don't be a dick about it.
Just don't be a dick about it.
Fair enough.
I think I'm a little bit of everything.
I think we all are to a degree. Some of us just actually admit it.
Yeah, I'll tell you I'm an asshole. I don't care.
Yeah.
If I need to be.
I'm both.
Same.
I could be the nicest person in the world. When I'm not, you'll know. Happens.
That's just be a parent.
Yeah.
I'm worse. I'm a sarcastic dick.
I parent these dudes here more often than not.
Hey.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Not you. You're not here as often.
Don't encourage
you don't
him.
know, I'm
him.
the pun guy. I really get on Noah's. I already made a pun when you were telling the Bret Hart story that you had a crush. I said, so you're telling us he had your heart in a submission hold?
Oh my goodness.
He is so bad when it comes to that. Like, one of the things we do here, obviously, because James was late to the party, is we do watch-alongs. We do them for WWE, AEW, TNA. We even did Podermania last year, partially because I had discovered you were going to be the ring announcer.
Oh, I didn't know. You
So
should have
we
told
did
me.
that to support you there. But we did evolve when that first premiered in Cappuccino Jones. This dude had so many coffee puns that we're going to go to the ID showcase this year in Vegas just so he can try and make some of those puns to Cappuccino in person.
Are you going to make signs? You should.
Probably. Probably.
Isn't that during the Podermania show?
No, that'll be on Thursday. Podera's
Oh, it's on
Wednesday.
Thursday. Okay, we're Wednesday at what 3?
You're the kickoff.
Yeah, Wednesday at 3.
Yeah.
You're the kickoff.
Yeah.
Walter and I are going to be front row ringside for that.
Nice. Yeah, I have to fly in on Tuesday night because I didn't want to risk coming in super early on Wednesday just in case of flights and stuff. So yeah, so I'll be in Tuesday night. I'm actually staying until the following Monday.
Maybe we'll meet up and have dinner because he's driving in Tuesday and I'm taking a Greyhound in Tuesday. So we'll be at our Airbnb Tuesday afternoon, evening time.
I don't get into about 10 or 11, but it is Vegas and it's 24 hours, so it doesn't matter.
This is true.
And then my daughter and friends are all meeting me on Thursday. And so the Friday show, I haven't been told if it was at 3 or 4 is at the Container Park. So, and that'll be free. So if anybody wants to go to that, at Container Park, I believe it's at 3 or 4. I think it was because we're working with Martin Casas and I don't know if he had anything else between that time.
Right.
So yeah, it's for a lot of the Arizona people and stuff. And I'll be at that show working it. I'm supposed to be doing signings at WrestleCon. I don't have the times or anything yet, but I know I'll be there several of the days.
Right on. Yeah, I know they're finally putting the single days up for WrestleCon starting Monday, so we're probably going to get tickets for at least one of the days there.
The only day I won't be there, I think, is Friday. So.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Jeff is now pouting because he says if we're going to be drinking and partying with you and he's on mute and he can't hear you, he's going to be even more mad.
Well, I'll call you and then you won't have to be on mute.
There you go. It's one of the only times we get the power
we'll
to shut 'em
FaceTime
up.
you. We'll FaceTime you and then that way you won't be muted.
And you can walk over to Mickey DeMouse and we can have a group chat with Mickey DeMouse too.
I was at Disneyland in October. I went to the championship show that week too. October 21st, I was at the championship show because I went for my birthday. I've been trying to travel a lot now because I can, and I work for Hilton, so I get really great rates.
Nice.
And I went to LA from the 20th to the 24th. And then I went to Disney. I work for Disney, part-time. So I went to Disneyland and I was like, I get in free. So it was my first time at California Adventure. And I might say I teared up a little bit at Avengers Campus. So.
He is beside himself now. Look at him pouting.
Look at Jeff.
Yeah, why weren't you at the championship show, Jeff? That was very emotive.
She does not want me. Okay, whoa. She does not want me to get in the conversation about Marquez right now. Trust me. I would have been there if I'd known. Number one. Number two.
You would have been there if you had known. Number one. Number two.
Yeah, number two. Yeah, we'll talk off air about Mr. Marquez. That's all I'll say.
He said number two. We'll talk off air about Marquez.
This is so weird.
Oh, I am Marquez.
This is the first time I've seen a translator needed for English to English.
And for those that are just joining us, it's only Jeff that she can't hear. We can hear Jeff. Jeff can hear us. Jeff can hear her. She can't hear Jeff.
And I don't know why. It's very strange.
This
No
is
idea.
so freaking funny. That was the greatest comment you've ever made.
Dumbass shit.
It's the universe's way of messing with him for his birthday, I guess.
It 100% is. Yep.
Welcome to 43.
There you go. Well, again, number, you only as low as you feel. We don't age anybody here.
I'll be 50 this year.
I'm 65. Fuck off.
50's not bad.
Yeah, you feel as good as you feel as bad as you do. That's Adam Pearce. He yells every morning.
So really quickly, I'm gonna rewind back to my previous question. Is there anyone in particular, and I know this is gonna make you have to play parent here, but is there anyone in particular from your past working with on the indies that you're most proud of, like making it to the big stage? Because I know for me, and this is no disrespect intended to either of these guys, but I never saw Kevin Steen or El Generico making it to that level.
Yeah, that's fair.
Seeing them as Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn on TV on a consistent basis, it's like, dude, I was there when Kevin won the PWG title for the first time. You know, I was there when Sammy was wrestling as the generic luchador. I have a generic El Generico mask in my closet that I put on sometimes, and I'm El Renegado de la Lucha Libre. Just to pop people, you know.
He showed up last year at WrestleMania. JJ had a weird internet connection.
But is there anyone in particular that you worked with in the past that you're just like extra proud of?
I can't pick the one. I've got three that
Okay,
are
go
usually
ahead
at the
and name
very
those three
top.
off.
That would be Scorpio Sky,
Nice.
and that would be LA Knight and Adam
Yeah.
Pierce. The three of them, watching them were that, and I to an extent because we weren't super close, but I trained at the school with John Cena, so I'm kind of like, it's kind of an odd to see John from where he was then to like what he became, and I think that was so cool to watch him go to movies and then make it in movies, and then end up becoming this huge superstar, not just in wrestling. So it's kind of cool because it's like, man, I saw him, and back when I was 19, 20 years old, and he had the bleach blonde hair prototype, and so to see him where he's at now. But like, as far as people I'm close with, it would be Sky, LA, and Adam, because all three of them have made it to the top, and seeing them win championships, well, most of them win championships, and be on TV every single week, and doing stuff. And another one too, I would say, is Byron Saxton. He's also one of my close friends, and I get super proud watching him, where he's always on TV, and he did commentary, he's did announcing, and now he's their backstage interviewer, and so I always get to see him as well. And so all of them, every single one of them, all four of them, and stuff, I'm so proud to see them on TV where they're at, and also proud to be able to, those are the kind of people I can call up and talk to, and text and randomly, like not even for any reason, and know that I get, I'm able to have relationships like that with them is wonderful. Like, I still get to see Saxton every Halloween. We do stuff because we're big fans of Halloween, so we do Halloween houses every year.
Nice.
LA just bought a new house not long ago, so I've checked out his house and stuff, and his dogs, I love his dogs, so I've taken my dog over to play with his dogs. And Adam I don't get to see as much. He's always super busy, and he still has his family and everything. So when I do get to see him, we sit and we can talk for hours. And the same with Sky, because Sky lives over in California, but we always try to make it a point. He loves Alexa, my daughter, like, his niece as well, and is always talking to either one of us. Every birthday and Christmas, he sends her stuff, and it's really, really great to see where they're at, and I couldn't be more proud of all of them if I tried.
It's always good to have that support system too that you could always go to, that pretty much had your back no matter what. So that's really freaking awesome. Did you ever thought about maybe trying commentary at all, like yourself, like Ninja Miller in TNA, for example? She sometimes does commentary for TNA Explosion. Has anyone ever thought about like putting you behind like a booth to do like a call for a match?
No, I've never tried it. I mean, I'd be willing to. I'd be more color than the technical side. I think I could do it if I tried. It's just sometimes, like, it's when things move quickly, and I'll watch a show and I'm like, oh crap, what was the name of that damn move? And I forget. So that would be the worst thing for me. The hardest thing would be just, remembering the names of all the moves and stuff like that. But as far as being color and stuff like that, yeah. Like, I love Wade, it's Wade Barrett on commentary, and he's fun, but he's like more color. I mean, obviously he knows the technical side, but he's like more exciting to listen to because he's funny and he cracks jokes, and his excitement over things is what kills me. So I love it.
I always feel like the in-ring performers make better color commentators than play-by-play guys, because they can kind of get you inside of the mind of the competitor and what they're thinking in the moment. Mm-hmm. Jeff had his hand up, so I'll have to relay his question here. What's up, Jeff?
Okay.
The JJ
Oh, happy birthday, Jeff! By the way, it's midnight.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Thank you to my Florida people. I just wanted to know if you were there at WrestleMania when Sammy and Kevin won the tag titles. Because for me, I got way more emotional than I thought I would, being in the crowd. That was so amazing to see them and the Usos, who I've grown up with all four of those guys. So that was just really cool for me. Were you there for that, Randy, or did I miss that?
were you there for Mania 39 when Sammy and Kevin won the tag titles? Because he got way more emotional than he thought he would. It was a big moment for him, especially with them having the PWG logo on their tights and everything, shouting Super Dragon out in the post-show scrum. Were you there for that at all?
No. I mean, I probably briefly watched it, or I might have. What year are we in right now? 40?
2026.
No, I know. What WrestleMania year?
That was 39.
39. Back
3 years
So
ago.
that would have been 3
That was
years
the
ago.
Philly?
No,
No,
that
the
was
one on
LA.
LA. On LA.
Oh, I was I did night. I think that was night 1, and I went to
Yes,
night
when they
2.
won.
Yes, I was at
Okay.
night 2, but I wasn't at night 1. And I think I kind of briefly just watched some of it because I was out that night.
Got you. Okay.
I see it was
But
multiple
it's I get it, and I like watching that. I did get emotional over LA winning the title at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
I was actually watching it with my daughter, and she came over specifically so we could watch the match, and we both may have teared up a little. Not saying that I get emotional or anything, but yeah, I may yell a lot at the TV otherwise, but yeah, we were super happy watching that.
Your love and admiration for LA, I'm assuming that's why you had words about the chamber match tonight.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, I figured
So a
as
lot
much.
of times if you read my rants on Twitter and X, if you got to read them right after the pay-per-views or the PLEs, because I have to delete a lot of them when I'm watching a lot of the matches, because I write a lot of things on there, and then later, like the next day, I'll be like, I should probably not keep that up.
The power of the keyboard is a dangerous thing. Self-control is key. Yeah, there goes part of that protect your mentality thing.
Oh, there is some stuff I have said on there, and then the next day I'm like, oh, well, let's go back and go ahead and delete those ones real quick.
Thank goodness X allowed you a delete button versus an edit button.
God, yeah. Even the edit button wouldn't have helped. I had to delete all of those. So I was not very happy with tonight's chamber match, but I didn't actually expect more, but I was just not happy with how it happened.
Gotcha. Yeah, I picked LA Knight. We do a predictions league, and he was my number 1 choice to win because I definitely thought they were going to pull the trigger. So I'm a little bit disappointed, but
many were.
I'm also not surprised either.
I didn't pick anybody because I was like, they're just going to end up screwing it up anyway. It's fine.
You already know what's going to happen.
We're going to get our hopes up again for Money in the Bank, and then they're not going to give it to him again.
No, if they do that the 4th year in a row where he gets up there to get the damn case and gets knocked off, if they do that again this year, I might have to go and have words with someone.
I'd rather him just not be in the match at all if they're not going to do it.
That 3 years in a row, I see the man climb up there and have his hands basically on the case, and then it's like, no, just kidding. I was like, thanks. Seth didn't need the damn case. It's fine. He didn't need it.
Yeah,
it's okay.
It don't matter.
It's just like they didn't make it obvious tonight, on the chamber where Seth was literally on SportsCenter. I think yesterday I was at the gym and I was watching SportsCenter, and they were like, Seth Rollins on SportsCenter, and I was like, oh gee, why is he on there? Oh, maybe because he's probably going to be interfering in the damn chamber tonight.
Surprise!
Yeah, I was like, oh, shocking. But and then they had like LA on the SportsCenter thing too, and then I was like, well, he's all talking about how he's not chosen. I was like, well, it's basically going to pay out anyway.
I mean, LA Knight also owes a pinfall victory over Seth freaking Rollins, lest you forget.
Oh no, I did not forget that one. I threw a fit about that too. That's fine. Stupid thing. It's constant battle when I yell at the TV.
Don't we all?
It's usually always over that too. I might throw something. My animals are used to it. My dog's like, oh God, what now?
You louder than the dog.
I've broken a few remotes, a few controllers, throwing shit. So
It's like watching football. I'm the same way with football. I can't even have the remote near me because I swear to God, if these referees keep messing it up every single game, and I have broken a few remotes doing that. So now I just don't keep the remote near me.
I'm like that with when the Celtics play. It's like I'm the coach. I'm standing up like you should have did this and that. If my wife's like, you ain't the coach. Sit your ass down.
No, that's me. I'm the referee and the coach, and I'm like, you stupid idiots, and I'm constantly yelling at the TV.
That is Jeff every single week during football season. Since the mid-'90s, he's a Cowboys fan.
Oh, I'm sorry. That is every week.
It
ain't changing anytime soon, buddy. Is it your year again?
God damn it.
It's always your year.
We struck a nerve.
He's pouting again.
Okay, what's the thing? Okay.
It's your year again.
No.
There's always next year.
I was born in Texas, and all my family's Cowboys fans. I'm allowed to talk crap about them.
I mean,
he
my
says
best
you're
friend-
inconsolable and unapproachable during Bucks games.
Yes, and it's because of the stupid referees and
Well,
our
referees
coach.
are always rigging the game. Let's just be honest here.
I was
coach
perfectly willing to laugh
didn't
along with
fire
everybody
him.
else on New Year's Eve
It's
when
like,
they
I could
said
coach better than him. I'll do it for less
they
money.
said the world is
In
the
case
world
they're-
is
in case
weird.
they're listening, I'll do it for less money.
You can talk over it. It's okay. Fuck it.
Those players will listen. I may be
hold on,
5 foot
hold
tall,
on.
but I'm mean as shit.
Okay.
Hold on.
First of all, let me
Go
just
ahead,
ask: Can
Jeff.
the audience hear me? Can the audience hear what I'm saying? Because that would just be stupid to talk if the audience can't hear me either. So let me just ask that. But since you guys can hear me, I was just gonna say, I was the one laughing at everybody on New Year's Eve when they said the world is weird. Some of the world's in 2026, the rest of the world's in 2025, but Cowboys fans are 1996. So I laugh along with everybody else. So
He
you
said
know,
that
whatever.
he was laughing on New Year's because they were saying half of the world is in 2026, half of the world is in 2025, and the Cowboys fans are still in 1996.
Yes. Yes, that makes sense.
And yes, Jeff, the fans can hear you. Nick said he
Everyone
hears
but
you.
Heather.
James says he hears you.
Because
It's just
everybody but the
Heather
person
that
I
can't
want
hear
to hear
you.
me. Yeah, okay.
The
Cool,
one
okay.
person that you want to hear you can't hear you.
Right.
And the people that you don't care about, we can hear you.
You know what, motherfucker? That is not what I said.
I will say it's amusing,
hold on.
though.
Time out.
The
Time out on the
motives.
plane.
We love you, Jeff.
Jeff, maybe the DeLorean batteries are dead, so you can't get out of the 96 yet.
Jesus!
Put some more trash in Mr. Fusion.
Serious? I'm gonna put something.
I'm just
Mr.
waiting because
something
all my
here.
family is Cowboys fans, so I always talk crap to them when I go home to visit.
Well, okay. Well, I feel a little bit better then. If I'm with my family, I feel better.
I mean, my Bucks
He
were.
feels better since your family are Cowboys fans.
Yeah,
It's not
okay.
just him you're talking trash to. You talk trash
Yeah,
to
yeah.
more people.
Oh no, I talk trash to all the Cowboys fans.
You guys, I see her do it. So it's
They're
okay.
so bad.
I'm so
Every
we are.
year.
We're the worst.
I feel so bad.
Yeah, hang on. I'll type it out.
He's going to type it. Okay.
I feel so bad for my best friend's family that are Dallas Cowboy fans as well. But also, you are 100% accurate.
Yeah. I mean, all my family, they have like all their stuff when I go visit the homes and Cowboy stuff everywhere, and I just walk in laughing. They're like, why are you laughing? I'm like, because you're still holding on to that hope.
Hey, at least they're committed.
Yeah.
So as a ring announcer for independent wrestling, you get a different perspective of things than we get watching on TV or even in the audience. Is there anybody that you've seen in the last couple of years that you maybe think we need to keep our eyes on, that maybe we don't know about?
In the Indies?
Yeah.
Yes. Like some of the girls. Izzy's really good.
We love
Aaliyah
Izzy.
James, I love. What was her name? La Leona is really good.
Yes. I've only seen her a couple of times on shows, but I was impressed when I saw her. We're going to be interviewing her a month from today, March 28th.
Oh, she's awesome. Yeah, I like her. I saw her when TNA was out here recently. And then as far as like I work in Arizona with IZW, and I love Bryce Saturn. I think he's really good. He's also working for Championship in FSW. And he's young and he's really, really good for being so young. And I think if they paid attention to him, he can go really, really far. I like Bryn Thorne over at IZW as well. I think she's got a lot of potential, and she's also, at a young age where it's easy for her to get noticed and for her to grow and develop as well. So, and there's a lot of indie people, and I see all the time, but those are some of the standouts. I think there's probably a lot more than I can't think of right now, but I notice a lot of them and pay attention. And I try to let, like, some of them that I talk to when I work on shows with them, like, hey, by the way, you did amazing, and just, I'm really not anybody to say anything, but I do like to say, hey, I appreciated that match. It was a really good match. It was really, you're really good at what you do, the promos and things like that. So it's just what I like to do. I just like to, kind of hope that the new generation can keep wrestling going, and keep it something that people want to keep watching.
That. I love that settlement. I also love how much you really do have an internal outlook on the future of the business, both as a fan and as a worker, both in and out of the ring. So I definitely appreciate that juxtaposition that you put out there. I always respect and look at the grind. And you think about people that start wrestling when they're 11 or 12, amateur style, and now people not even 18 years old are already being looked at from the biggest companies on the planet. It's insane to think about, especially for women in wrestling and in this business in all assets.
Oh, it's crazy. Look at like Javon Evans. What is he, like 20 years
21
old?
years old.
Yeah, he's a baby, and he's still like, he just was in the main event of the Elimination Chamber. And I think watching guys like that is just incredible, because you're like, wow, he's 21 years old. He's out there main eventing and doing all this stuff. And he got there from his work. He didn't get there because somebody's his dad, or he's related to somebody. It's not who he knew. It was what he did. So it's nice to watch the young talents.
The stipulation itself is older than he is. It's
accurate.
That is true.
That's crazy
the
to
wrestling
think
business. May it always keep us enthralled in it somehow forever. But we never stop criticizing it either, on screen or on a keyboard.
Oh, I constantly criticize it, but I don't think. I think you need to, because otherwise it gets complacent, and we don't want complacency in wrestling. So, it's important to watch it, to criticize it, to know what works and what doesn't work. And maybe sometimes the things I tweet out, the stupid writers don't read, but whatever. I'm sure eventually.
JJ's hoping to someday be producer in WWE, where his booking has more logic, more storytelling, and more worthwhile investment than most of the people in that ride room on.
Oh, good. Then I'll be writing to you, because I'll be like, hey, listen, we need to talk.
Well, but see, you'll be writing to me with ideas and shit, and I'll be listening to you. That's the difference, is like...
Exactly.
I feel like and it's not just a WWE problem. I feel what AEW needs, what TNA needs,
it's across
and
the
what
board.
WWE needs is one or two fans in the writing room that can give a true perspective of what the fans want to see.
Mm-hmm.
We will sit here, I mentioned earlier predictions. This man in the middle hosts prediction leagues for WWE, AEW, and TNA every year. And we will sit here on his prediction shows, and I will literally run off an angle that I see based off of how I think the match should go. And 90% of the time, either the rest of the panel or the people in the chat room are like, you need to be writing for insert company here.
Accurate.
Because your ideas are better than what I'm seeing on television. Like I pitched for this evening's show. Now, keep in mind, I didn't see Chamber. I know what happened. I kept up with the results, but I was participating in a different watch-along. I said AJ should win the Intercontinental title. She did. I said we then need to build to a fatal four-way at Mania with Becky and AJ for the rematch, Maxine, who's already beaten Becky once, and Natty. Because AJ has been accompanying Maxine as her friend during her rematches with Becky, who she already beat once for the title. AJ is now champion. Natty used to train Maxine and accompany her, recently turned heel on her, so there's little pieces within all four of those to build up this grand story. Let's see if they actually execute that. But that's
what they'll probably
I think it would go.
What they'll probably end up doing is have it be Maxine and AJ versus Natty and Becky.
Tag match player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they're probably going to end up doing. Never mind. We're not going to put it in a four-way. It's going to be a tag match. Tag team match, players.
Holla.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, the last time tag team wrestling mattered in WWE was, of course, my player, Teddy Long, that made it feel important.
He's my favorite. The Undertaker.
Hey.
He either did a tag match or he forced you to go against The Undertaker.
The Undertaker!
I love The Undertaker. That's my
I remember
favorite.
the ones that would go,
Every
Long is
time.
always my favorite GM. I don't care, man. That was my player. I love that, man.
Love his energy.
Yeah, right? Freaking little shuffle.
I mean, he had the stupid dance before.
But it worked.
It worked, man.
worked for him.
It worked. You'd see him and you'd be like, oh, all right. It's either going to be a tag match or Taker's coming out. One of the two.
You know the Mac Militant. That was my boy. That's why SmackDown always was my show. Was the wrestling show with the best GM, and they always do out that in wrestling. Should matter, player.
Prince Nana took Teddy Long's little shuffle and took it to another level.
Right.
Yeah.
So we've had you here now for almost 90 minutes. I want to start winding down a little bit because it's past midnight for you.
Yeah, I don't usually go to bed till like 2 or 3 in the morning, so it's fine.
Yeah, there you go.
Appreciate that. But why should people, if they're on the fence, gonna be in Vegas, why should they go and see Podermania? Other than the fact that, you know, they get to look at you announcing these lovely ladies to the ring.
Because these women are incredible wrestlers. And to have an entire show where it's all women's wrestling and every single match is just really good. And these are women, you know, some of them are not from the country, some from out of the country in different areas that you might not have had the opportunity to see. So to sit and get to watch all these matches, you know, and the price isn't that bad to watch them either. And to get that many matches, because I think, what do we have? 12 matches or something? 13 matches?
Something like that. It's like an AEW pay-per-view.
Yeah, it's like 12. Yeah, God, I've been to those. It's like 12 or 13 matches, you know, but to get to see a lot of this talent that you typically don't have the opportunity to see, I think is really important.
10 matches there based on that graphic. Because there's 4
10,
in the
but I
middle,
think there
3 in
was-
the top and the bottom.
I think there was more than that. But look, you got like Shotzi. Shotzi's amazing. You got Leva. I love my Leva.
Blue
you know,
Band.
Brittany. I mean, you've got so many girls there that are so talented. And because we're in a business that tends to be oversaturated, some of these girls don't always get picked up. So to get the opportunity to see them and for a decent price, and spend your night, you know, your afternoon watching this, I think is a deal that you're not really going to get anywhere else out there.
Accurate. And I can't wait to watch this show and cover it as an advocate of women's professional wrestling. Damn.
And
Yeah,
I
I'll
can't
be
wait
there.
to be there and see it live. You know, I've only ever been to one all women's show. I went to see Future of Women's Wrestling out here in Southern California. But after calling Podermania last year, I'm looking forward to going, seeing it. After talking to Ed this year, you know, because we had him on in early January. That's kind of how all this spiraled for us, is I invited him to be on the show and promote it, and he graciously accepted. And from there, I started DMing you girls to see, you know, how many of you would actually be willing. And we had Rachel Lay on. We had Brittany Blake last week. We got you today. We've got Kaya McKenna next week. Jocelyn Navarro on the 21st of March. Alejandra Quintanilla on the 28th. And then Izzy on April 4th. All before Ed comes back on April 11th, just before the show. The
God, I
only
remember
day
watching
we don't
Izzy.
have someone booked for is March 14th. And we're still trying to get somebody locked in for that.
I'm sure you can find someone. I remember watching Izzy when she was here, when I would go to the NXT shows and Alexa would see, you know, Bailey and then like Izzy because they're close to the same age. And then so watching her go from loving wrestling to like actually being a very good wrestler is kind of cool.
Definitely.
Well, that's how you get wrapped up in the business. You spectate, and next thing you know, you want to participate, and you don't look
Yeah.
back.
I'm glad my daughter doesn't want to be in it. Like she talked about being a ref and stuff like that, but I was like, oh, I mean, yeah, but she's a hairstylist and she does a really good job, so I'd rather her stick with her doing hair.
Good
Less-
idea.
Less painful.
Less painful. Unless you accidentally like cut yourself with this little clipper for some reason.
Oh,
Good on her. Good grief. Wrestling. It's so funny and so ridiculous.
I love this stupid business sometimes.
Poor Jeff. He was literally typing out if Alexa has any interest, and you beat him to the punch with asking the question.
She did come up and ask me, I think last year, how to become a ref. But then when I told her she has to go to wrestling school for it, she was like, I think I'll stick with doing hair. And I was like,
Maybe-
you want? I can get you into wrestling schools. There's plenty of them. Like, and I know, the really good ones. And she's like, well, maybe. But she's happy. She loves doing hair. That's what she's always wanted to do.
Well, that's good.
I mean, if she's good at it, and knowing you, I'm sure she is, but maybe Ed will give her a gig doing hair and makeup for the girls before the show.
Oh, I tried to get her to do my hair, and she's like, Mom, I'm on vacation, not working. I was like, sorry.
I don't work for free.
Wow.
Either for my family.
No, she does do my hair, but it's like pulling teeth to get her to do it on a day off.
That's fair.
Like the other day, we went to the gym, and I was like, can you just braid my hair real quick so I don't have to do it? She's like, oh, I'm off work. I was like, oh my God, it's just braid. But I get it. I don't want to make drinks when I'm not at work, so.
Recreation versus professionalism. That's brilliant.
Jeff says he goes back and forth. His son has never shown interest, but other family has. Sometimes he'll say that he'll talk to my contacts, and other times he's like, yeah, no.
Yeah, I get it. I've had friends reach out and ask me, and I'm like, why don't you go ahead and go look into some of the schools?
There you go. That's how you get a start.
Yeah, I mean, that's you just eventually you show up at a school like UPW and do one day and go up to Samoa Joe, and the friends that you went with are like, she wants to be in the show. Okay, you're in the show tonight. And that's how it all begins, and then it's all downhill from there.
I mean, hell, Aubrey Edwards got discovered by Tony Schiavone at EW when it came to that podcast. When it came to, where's someone that can take a picture of the camera? I was like, that's the woman I want to do a podcast with. It's amazing. All you got to do is just be known for either your voice or your presence, and the rest is history. Character could define more than anything in this business versus your skills and professionalism.
Yeah. Good. Oh, yeah. The WWE EID is, we'll see where that goes from there.
Lady Luck seems to be doing quite well currently as the champion. Of course, she will be involved also out during WrestleMania week. So I'm sure the Lucha Unicorn will definitely have her fair share of business ahead, as much as you will too.
It's so weird calling it Evolve because it's just not what I'm not used to.
Right?
I'm sure Noah echoes your sentiments there.
Oh, yeah.
You have idea.
It's so hard to watch it and be like, yeah, that's Evolve, because to me, that's not.
It's not.
Really, it's not the Evolve that I was in, and it's not the Evolve that that people started watching a long time ago.
I was going to say, don't get him started with NXT either.
Oh, yeah. I used to go to a lot of the beginning NXTs.
Noah's fond of saying, not my NXT.
Thank you. Yes, exactly. Black and gold for life.
And it's even gotten to the point, he was a devout TNA guy. You mentioned your love of TNA earlier. He is slowly starting to turn his back on TNA because of the NXT crossover.
Turn into a WTMU production. Where's its freaking unique identity? Why the hell has it become a similarity? Yeah, you're not.
I guess NXT needs its own training ground or something. Come on, it's not like they're a school or anything.
Yeah, they don't have
training
a
center
now.
It's not like they don't have a training center.
LFG apparently is not enough to become the next breaking ground.
Easy, Noah. Tranquilo.
Yeah, hi, Heather. I'm Noah. I'm also a guy that can rant too.
Yeah, he's our play-by-play guy. So when he gets going on a diatribe, it's very entertaining. He is
what I miss from NXT?
One of the group.
I miss the Coheed and Cambria song they used to have.
Yes.
That's one of my favorite songs anyway, but I love that. The Welcome Home. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was when it was cool. It was great to watch it then.
Somewhat real life was that.
I haven't actually watched it in a while. I was watching it religiously for a long time, and then everybody left and got pulled up that I know, and then I was like, I don't really watch it anymore.
Yeah, it was a slow death through 2020 before we were closed in.
Yeah. And life changes, I guess.
Well, adaptive Paris, that's evolution, right?
That is true.
We keep going. Keep stabbing, as the American Dean Dusty Rhodes once did.
Again, I don't want to keep you too much longer, Heather. We appreciate all the time that you've given us. Go ahead and tell the fans where they can find you on social medias, should they choose to follow you and connect with you.
Yep. So you can find me under Heather Lynn 1024 on Instagram and on X, both. I'm usually pretty responsive too, if anybody reaches out or has any questions, and I always check all my little spam emails and all that stuff. So if anyone has any questions or If any promoters are on here looking, they want somebody to announce, I'm here too, especially in Vegas week. But yeah, you can reach out to me on either Instagram or X, Twitter. I still call it Twitter. I will never stop calling
We
it
called
Twitter.
it the Twix for a long time because it's part Twitter, part X, so it's the Twix.
I'm more of a
It's
Kit
always
Kat
gonna
guy.
be Twitter.
Yeah,
But,
I'm more of a Kit Kat guy, so it's always Twitter for me. Please continue.
But yeah, so if you want to reach out to me, it's Heather Lynn, 2 N's, 1024. I'm just pretty good at responding if you have any questions, and then I will see everybody in Vegas.
Definitely
Bringing
Walter and I.
pictures, yay! Because I've never sold pictures before, so I'm bringing pictures.
Nice.
So if anyone wants to get one, they'll be there.
Definitely. Gonna
Jeff,
go ahead.
I'm sorry. Happy birthday.
We're gonna pull you out real quick while we say our goodbyes. Hang out backstage for a minute because Jeff wants to see if once this ends, you can hear him again. And it's just been some huge rib on him the whole time because I swear to you, Jeff, we are not messing with you. I don't know what
I wouldn't rib you that long, buddy.
We would not do an English to English translation on purpose.
So we're gonna
Stu
pull you
would,
out
Pierce
real
would,
quick.
but not him.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna pull
Thank
you out
you,
real quick,
guys.
say our farewells, and then we'll bring you back up. All right.
Yeah,
so
she wouldn't, but Stu would and Pierce would. So that's why I'm just saying. Orchestra as fuck would. Orchestra as fuck would. So anyway.
You would know, Jeff. You would know.
No, I know.
We definitely want to give Heather a huge thank you for giving us an hour and a half of her time this evening. Greatly appreciate it. We will be kicking off the normal shenanigans here momentarily. Just give us a moment to end the stream, go over there and start everything up again. For those of y'all that don't realize, this is how long we have known this young lady. This is what, Jeff, like 2011, 2012?
He muted himself. Botch.
Fucking quit. Okay.
This is what, 2011, 2012?
This is 2012, and you can tell because in the first picture I've got the full-on pre-Stanley Cup playoff beard on the right. Like that show where I'm interviewing her and Pierce gives the photobomb. I think that was the show I took the pictures with Percy, with Dylan, because I was wearing that same shirt in the picture in the green room, and I'm pretty sure that was the June 2012 show on the right, the one where Pierce gave me the wonderful photobomb. So the other one was when we were talking about doing the interview. We got that picture. It had to be like May, maybe even April. But yeah, it was definitely 2012 because the beard is there, man. My God. So
in all its epicness. So
and all its epicness,
again,
yeah, 13 years ago.
So again, we'll see you guys over in the other stream momentarily for the normal shenanigans. We've got quite a bit to discuss tonight. Again, thank you to Heather for joining us.
Wonderful.
And make sure you guys tune in next week for another interview on the road to Podermania. We will catch you on a little bit.
See you shortly, folks.